Welcome back to the default advent calendar. This is the 14th and the final day. I hope you enjoy this advent calendar. And today I want to share something special. It's small Christmas themed 3D game demo in Defold. The main goal of this demo is to share my experience with 3D in Defold and show the tools and ways I use to build 3D games. So in this demo you will see a custom mesh 3D character animation pipeline, a simple 3D character controller with movement and jumping, in-game 3D editor with ImGUI, ECS for 3D world, and forward plus lighting with shadows and fog. It's not a full game, it's more a technical demo and playground for experiments with 3D. Thank you for following this advent calendar. I hope you find it useful and inspiring. And let's take a look at the final gift. Let's look. So what we have here? We have a 3D level, we have a player, we can jump, we can move, and we have some debug features, physics, shadow, and here is a shadow, lights, and ImGUI. In ImGUI we can enable editor. So what we have? We can move, we can change type, we can have skins, we can translate, rotate, scale, we can manipulate with scene. So we have house here, we can clone it, and we have one more house. Then we can scale it, we can use number, and now we have a small house. We can jump on it. Okay, so let's look what we have here. Let's look in README. So character animation. Let's see draw 3D player system. So yeah, here we create a player. So we have a char base collection. Here we have some hierarchy and mesh with a texture. This texture. Okay. Collect factory create, game mesh reader, get mesh. So what game mesh reader? Game mesh reader read a char base. It's a binary file with mesh data, and also read animation. It's also binary data. So here is our reader. He read. So what we have here also, we have a default mesh bin py. So this is a Python script for Blender. So you can add this file in Blender and export meshes and animations. Let's return in player system. So here we have some code for punch, but punch not used in this demo, but it's an example how we can use track. So if we need a player to move and punch, we can create second track. We can create different weights for bones. So this is one, leg is a small weight and arm is a big weight. And in punch animation we take some time, we blend one track with other, and here we have a lot of code for punch. Okay, let's return in README. The character controller, player movement 3D system. It's a physics controller. So also we can look in ground check system. So we use raycast. I use some physics utils, physics count mask, physics util, physics raycast single. It's a native extension that make me easy to make raycast. It use default bullet 3D physics, but I use my functions. So we make raycast. If player on ground, we set a flag on ground. So when we move, we check for input, we check for direction, we check for ground, we check if we axle or deaxle, and here we change physics linear velocity and make wake up. Also we can reset jump here, and where is my jump? Here. So if we press jump, we check that player on ground. Also we check if we can make multiple jump. So in this demo you can make 2 jumps, and then we just add force. Here is the code where I used to climb on small object. So without this code, if you have a small stone or like this snow, maybe player can stuck, but we add additional force so player can make a little climb on stairs or stones. Okay, read me. In game 3D editor. So we start this video from this editor. So we have some settings for location. So it's player spawn system. We can change spawn position. Also we can, here we have, for example, maybe we need something to remove. Also we can use Ctrl Z. Also we can use raycast selection. So I recast one tree, I recast one second tree, I recast one, and then select house, and you can see multiple selection. So when you press Ctrl and touch or select here, you can select multiple objects. You can try to rotate them, translate and scale. Very small scale. Okay, something disappeared. We can use Ctrl Z. ECS. So ECS game ECS 3D. So we have some systems. We have some entities. Entities 3D. So for player we have a lot of config with camera, movement, jump, parts that not used here. Here is something for create objects, objects entity, some utils. Forward plus lightning with shadows and fogs. So you can see shadows in this game. Fog and lightning not used, but if you see in feature score illumination, here you have a lot of code, and you have also you can create a light. Create light and try to make something with this light. Also you can look at GitHub pages. So I make a GitHub repository for this project, and also make GitHub pages. So you can try this editor in web. For example, we can select tree, we can move tree, we can make A bigger present. Oh, very big present. That's the final gift. Thank you for watching and happy holiday.